Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1999 Peugeot 106 or 1.6 Rallye. This is one of my favourite Super Minis of all time, and in fact this just general generation of Super Minis was brilliant. You had the 106, you had the Saxo, you had the first gen Punto fading into the second generation Punto. Lots of legendary vehicles around this time, and the 106 was one of the very best. This is the Rallye model, which is essentially a 106 with the biggest engine that you could get in it outside of the GTI, completely stripped out and ready for spec racing, spec rallying, or just, you know, if you don't like air conditioning or comfortable seats, then you can drive one of these on the road. It is a very, very cool car. Now, I should mention the 106 GTI or S16 is in this game. That one is not going to be running the racing modification. This one is, because this is the lightest 106 in the game. This does have slightly less power than the S16. I think it's down about 17 horsepower, but weight-wise it's down about 50-60 kilos, I think, somewhere in that region. Anyways, it is quite a cool race mod, this. I think it's based off of a real-life 106 rally car from the early 90s, I think. Anyways, this car is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Ford GT90 at 28.190. Will the 106 Rallye beat that? Of course it won't. What will the 106 Rallye do? I don't know. Super Minis do pretty well around here. The Fiat Punto is one of the fastest front-wheel drive cars we've had. There's also some others that are escaping my mind. Mazda Demios are always quite quick around here, and they're Super Mini-ish. So, interested to see how the 106 does. I don't know if the lack of power might potentially hurt this car, but we will see. A 32.865 on its first flying lap. So I should mention, all episodes of the Hot Lap Classic that you've seen up until this point were all recorded in September. This one is being recorded in December. If you've been wondering why a few days have been missed recently, that's because I've been just running out of Hot Lap Classic Remastered and I haven't had a chance to record them. So here we are in December. I'm also not going to have much chance to record them now. 31.999, that's quite good. Not going to have much chance to record them for the next week or so, but January I think we can get back on the Hot Lap Classic grind. So if there's any interruptions during that period, I am sorry, but it's just unfortunately the Hot Lap Classic does not pay the bills, or it does pay sometimes. Anyways, 106 Rallye is a very, very nice handling car. Not the quickest thing in the world. 31.9, I mean, to be fair, it's not a million miles off the 306 S16 we had. That was one of the very first cars to go around, and admittedly, that was quite a fun car to drive. It just wasn't a particularly quick car in the way it handled, because it was very oversteering. This is not that. This is just very nice and planted, but again, there's just not much power in this. This has got, you know, if this was a K car, this would be an impressive amount of power. 31.438, that's not bad, actually. I'm curious now, this might be the highest up car with less than 200 horsepower, maybe? I don't know what else we've had that's really, like, shot to the top when it comes to this amount of power. You'll also notice the Peugeot logo, much like on the 306 Rallye car, is a little bit weird in this. It's sort of, it's not quite as far raised off the back as it was on the 306 Rallye car, but you can see it when it clips through the Ghost that it's still sort of standing loud and proud. It's very proud of being a Peugeot, this 106. It was a very cheeky corner cut into the gear ratios on this, lovely. I think that was another thing that came with the 106 Rallye, was shortened gear ratios. This is actually going to be really quick. At 31.042. That's quicker than I was expecting this to be. I genuinely thought this was going to be hanging around the 32s. That's quite monstrous, actually, from the from the little 106. It seems in the couple of months where I haven't done this series, I'm still pretty good at getting a quick lap time out of a car, so I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that last lap was pretty spot on. I don't think you could go much quicker than that, but yeah, that's pretty phenomenal. A 31.042 will place this car into 53rd place. It beats the Fiat Barchetta, which we agreed was a very quick car. Honda Accord, Honda Prelude, Mazda MX-5 VS, the Chrysler Phaeton, the Neon, quicker than all of those. I mean, it's not quite on the level of something like the Demio GLX Special or the Fiat Punto. It's not quite that quick, but I tell you what, for a car that's sub 200 horsepower, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that makes this... I'm just having a look at the leaderboard now, and I'm going to try not to work this out for a amount of time that makes me look stupid. I think this might be the lowest powered car to be the furthest up the leaderboard. Does that make sense? Maybe. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.